Afternoon to everyone. Let's going to know about the future perfect simple in English. This is very easy to use, okay? Because before we cooperate about the present perfect simple, and right now let's see how is the structure, how is the use with the future perfect simple, okay? Is future, okay? In this case, we have to use will because it's future this tense, and because it's perfect, we are going to use have. Okay, and it's simple, we are going to use an adverb in the participle form, okay, and we are going to note these terms, future perfect simple, interrogative word, okay, and affirmative word, and finally negative form, okay. They are the statement or sentences we use in the tense, okay. Let's go. This is very easy because we are going to use the subject or the pronouns, okay? With the all pronouns, with the all subject, we are going to use will. We don't have problems because we use the auxiliary will with the all pronouns and with the all subjects in English. It's an example, she or students, okay? And always we are going to use will and will. When I speak or when I talk in singular form or in plural form, it's the same for with the auxiliary will, and then we are going to use have. Okay? It's a future, we use will, it's perfect, we use the auxiliary have, and we need an adverb in a participle form. This is very easy. With this part, we can use regular and irregular verbs. And I'm going to use an regular verb. Verb is work. Okay, she will have work. Okay, this is the past participle part with this verb work. Okay, and I need a complement. She will have worked in. I'm going to use other complement in other school, okay? She will have worked in other school. This is the very easy form with the future perfect simple. Remember, we use the subject, we use will with the all subjects. It's very important to use will because it's the future, and perfect I use have, and I use an adverb in a participle form, and you know we have verb, regular and irregular verbs. Okay, student, we have, I'm going to use an irregular verb, made. Okay, the student will have made is about a project in the school. Project, okay, in the school. Okay, in this case, these sentences or statements are in the future perfect simple because I used pronouns, I use will, I use the auxiliary have, and I use an adverb in a participle form, the past form. Okay, with this verb, you know there are regular and irregular verbs and a complement. Okay, it's very easy. Okay, what are you going to do in the negative forms? It's very easy. Only we have to negative the auxiliary. In this case, this auxiliary will, we are going to negative, and you can say, remember, you can refer will not. You can refer will not, or you can refer won't with the contraction form. Okay, in negative form, you can use will not or won't with the contraction form. This is the contraction form. That depends what is the way that you want to pronounce, that you want to use. That is agree. That's depend that you want to use. Okay, negative form. I say she. So in the future negative form, I use in this case will not or won't. I'm going to use won't because all the speakers use the contraction for she want, and I use have always, and I use have. Okay, the auxiliary have doesn't change, okay, in affirmative and negative word, and in interrogative word, no, don't change, okay. She won't have, this is working in a school, no, in a restaurant. She won't have work. I use in the same form the verb in the past participle form. She won't have worked. This case is affirmative. She would have worked in another school, but not in a restaurant. She won't have worked in a restaurant. Okay, and right now that example is negative form. Okay, I'm going to use this in negative form. Students, I say they because I refer to students. I say they. They, I use negative form. Want, will not. I use want. Okay, and the verb have. And this verb in the same form because I referred with the same means in this sentence. They won't have made. Okay, they won't have. This is a project in the school. Okay, they won't have made. I'm going to refer that they won't have made. This is other projects in the school. They don't have made. Can I say science project? Okay, so just is an example in the future perfect simple, affirmative, and negative form with this sentence. Okay, interrogative form is very easy because we are going to use the auxiliary in this case, and we are going to say will. And will. Okay, and the subject is she, and this part is students, they. Okay, interrogative form, I use will because it's future, and that is the mark about question form, and the future perfect simple form. I will, this is will, I use will, and this she is the subject. Remember, I'm going to use the same examples in negative and affirmative part. I use interrogative for she, and they because I refer the students in the third person in plural form. Will they, and I have to use will always. Once again, will she have? Will they have? And I use the verb in the past participle form. Okay, I say work, and it's a regular verb. I use ed with this verb because it's regular verb. Okay, and the other is irregular. I use made. Okay, and the question is, will she have worked in a restaurant? I change the negative word, any interrogative word, in a restaurant. That's the question. Okay, and this is question. Will they have made a science project? Okay, and I have the sentences in interrogative form. This is very easy because I use the will because it's future perfect, and I use the subject and I use the auxiliary have. Have, remember, the auxiliary have we use with the all pronouns, with the all subjects, okay, in the same form. And I use an verb in a participle form, okay, past participle form, regular or irregular verb, okay, and I use the complement. Will she have worked in a restaurant, or will they have made an exciting project in the future? Okay, okay. We have a short answers. You remember short answers, and I answered yes or maybe no. In this case, we are going to say yes, she, or maybe no, she, or in this case, yes, they, or no, they, no, they. And I use the auxiliary. Okay, this is this question. Will she have worked in a restaurant? In affirmative form, saying she will have worked in another school. The school, no, is in a restaurant. And I answer no, she. No, she. Use the auxiliary won't. I use won't because that is the mark in question signed in English. The auxiliary won't, or maybe in this case I use will not. I can say no, she will not, or no, she won't. Okay, if the answer will be possible or is a affirmative answer, I say yes, she will. Or in this case, in the other question, the student will have made a project in the school, okay, but don't refer to an exciting project. Maybe it's other project, okay? Say no, exciting project, no, no they won't, no they won't, or no they, okay? Sorry, no they won't, or maybe no they will not, okay? And I say if the answer were possible affirmative, yes they will. Okay? And the short answer, remember we have to use yes or no, and the person is about the question, she, he, or maybe they, that's depending question, and we use will not or won't in negative form, and we use will in affirmative form. Okay, that's all about the future perfect simple. You know, it's very easy to use in affirmative, interrogative, and negative form in English. Bye.